Soak ropes in chili powder and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili, and leave the farms alone.
Look at all those giraffes.
To share the habitat peacefully.
All right, now, you might notice that we have some horses that look a little bit different from our traditional American horses. That's because they're shorter and stockier in build, and they also have an erect mane and are missing a forelock, which is that piece of fur that falls over the head. These, of course, are the Mongolian wild horses, also known as the Przewalski horse. And the Przewalski horse are critically endangered, as they at one point were extinct in nature, meaning that they could only be found in zoos and in breeding programs as they were in the wild. That means they came very close to joining the dinosaurs and the woolly mammoth.
I got mayonnaise. I got hummer on my head, Daddy.
Now, in order to prevent these animals from joining those categories of extinct animals, we had to breed them here in the Bronx Zoo. Luckily, we've been breeding them here since 1902. So when they went extinct in nature in the 1960s, we were able to work with zoos across the country and throughout Asia to help repopulate these horses to the Central Asian steppe. Now, doing that isn't easy, so we had to put someone out in the field. So here's one of our own, Jonathan Slatt, about doing, well, just that.
I'm Jonathan Slatt from the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth, and my job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive. Przewalski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. On a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring resources back to the Central Asian steppe.
I put it on top of
The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored.
The impossible,
That's what's
hashtag
happening
flash.
today.
The impossible. Whee!
Now, this next exhibit has two very different animals that are actually kind of similar. One is a species of deer, and the other is actually the large species of cattle in the world.
100 miles per hour.
Now, what would those actually have in common? Well, they're both classified as vulnerable, which means they are in danger of becoming endangered. And they are all off to the far end of this exhibit. If you look towards the back right, towards where the clearing is, look towards the left, you'll find the gaur. And the gaur are the largest species of cattle in the world. They are about 6 feet tall, and they are also about 10 feet long.
They got those cows.
Does anyone think they know how much one of those giant cattle might weigh?
The bull's not cows.
Cows.
2,000 pounds or 1 ton would be the correct answer.
Who's the fattest?
These gaur weigh in at 2,000 pounds. They are about 6 feet tall, and they're about 10 feet long. Now, they may look like buffalo, but they may look like bulls, but gaur are vulnerable to be endangered.
Oh, is that a monkey?
They are found in India as well as many other parts of Southeast Asia. With their massive size and impressive horns, they're able to fight off pretty much anything. They can even fight off a tiger.
I zoomed into your eye.
However, they can't fight off diseases that they catch in domestic cattle. And this is one of the two major factors, aside from habitat loss, that is threatening their populations today. You might also see some deer out there. These are brown-antlered deer.
Where?
Brown-antlered deer get their name from the large curved antler that sticks out of the female's head in a brown shape. However, you might notice that these don't actually have any antlers on them. That's because they are an all-female variety at the moment. But that sound here behind you is known as the waterfall.
Oh, it's a Lamborghini!
Jungle.
Where?
That is the lovely sound of the Bronx River parking lot. I mean, Bronx River Parkway.
No, you just climb out of that
thought it was parking lot. There's a large wooden fence here that helps keep the sound of the Bronx River Parkway.
I saw a little bit.
It was
And on the
it was
other
a white
side of this fence,
it was a white
we've got a tiger. So I'm going to remind everybody to please remain seated with your hands, your feet, your selfie sticks, and your cell phones inside the ride. I'm also going to request that everybody try to remain seated without any sudden movements or loud noises. The tiger is currently in the back center of the enclosure. Now that is Anakin. Anakin is one of our 3 Siberian tigers here in the Bronx Zoo, and we will only have one out at a time. That is because tigers are solitary creatures, and even in the wild and captivity, they tend to be alone. Now this tiger can consume about 40 pounds of meat while sitting and then won't eat again for several days. And there are only about 3,000 tiger left in the wild between Sorry, there are only about 3,000 tigers left in the wild today, and only 1,000 of which are breeding females.
No. Stupid people are killing them.
That one just dies right now.
Now,
That's sad.
preserving these big cats is one of our priorities. So since 2006, we partnered up with Panthera, a wild cat conservation group, and we launched the Tigers Forever initiative, with the ambitious goal of increasing tiger numbers by
so happy I
50%
took a
across
video
8
of
priority
it.
landscapes in
I
Asia.
pooped my pants and went under this couch.
Credit, getting boring. You realize Jessica's still recording?
Yeah, Nick, I'm recording.
Now, as we approach this next exhibit, we're going to be on the lookout for several different species of deer.
And you know, I'm
The
posting
species
this
of
on
deer that
YouTube.
has all the spots all over its body.
Say hi to the people.
That would be the axis deer.
People, ooh, ooh, ooh.
And we've actually had axis deer here at the Bronx Zoo.
Wait, I wanna say one thing.
1999. They retain their spots for their entire
pencil
lifetime.
Don't,
So as they grow up, their coat will not hide their spots.
don't pencil fuck, guys.
Now you're going to also notice that we have some small antelope off to the left side of this exhibit. These are black buck antelope, and they may look like they're babies,
Yo,
but they're
imagine
actually
dropping
fully
it. Go on
grown
there.
at this size.
I would have reached for it.
But there?
Yeah.
Black buck antelope are sexually dimorphic, meaning the males and the females are in fact two different distinct appearances. However, they are the same species. Now here we have a few antelope that seem to think they're very significant.
my
Barasinga means 12
Look at
times
all those
in Hindi, and these honey-colored deer get their name from the 12 to 14 points atop their antler racks. Now we're going to be on the lookout for a animal that blends in with the money area it calls
do you
home.
want to say
So
to
if you
camera
find a pig that looks
Hey,
like it
Nick, what
has
do you
tusks
want
that
to
are
say to
kind of like
people?
antlers,
Congratulations for watching this probably like negative